Let's imagine you have 1 year to travel and you have all the money in the world. You can go anywhere you want to. And you're thinking, I want to spend all the holidays in the best places in the world. That's where I come in. I'm going to tell you the best locations and cities depending on the holiday you want. And you can cross that off the bucket list. Let's get started.
Hey.
So we're gonna start with January 1st, New Year's Day. The best place to visit during New Year's Eve and Day would be New York City. The ball drop has been happening in New York since 1907. I always feel like it is such a tradition to watch the New Year's Eve ball drop on TV. So what better way to watch it with the best singers, dancers, the best concert, playing live and having that, who knows, New Year's Eve kiss under the ball drop. So yes, that is definitely a must, but I would also recommend Thailand. So Thailand does this full moon parties several times in a year, and they also do one on New Year's Eve. It is an all-night beach party that originated in Koh Pha Nhang. It takes place at night, before or after every full moon. People use glow sticks, neon colors, and stay until the sun rises. So yeah, they basically celebrate full moon parties. Going now to the middle of January is Chinese New Year, also called Lunar Year. This holiday has a history of 3,500 years. Some people believe it started in the Shang Dynasty. It is celebrated in several places in Asia, but most common in China and Hong Kong. People usually decorate their houses with red, which usually means good luck. They talk to their ancestors, music, and dancing with dragons. Now, let's go to February 14th, which is Valentine's Day, the day to show love to the world. Chocolates, teddy bears, roses, go on dates, and the single people feel very depressed. I would recommend spending Valentine's Day on Paris, France. What better way to spend it in the most romantic city in the world? Maybe a picnic with wine and cheese under the Eiffel Tower and seeing those beautiful lights at night, ending the day walking around the Seine River. Okay, so now we're gonna head to Brazil for Carnival. Carnival is basically a big party in Brazil celebrated before Ash Wednesday. They do parties with colorful masquerade costumes, samba music, dancing, and food festivals. It started back with the Portuguese immigrants, where they would just throw water at each other to celebrate the coronation of the King of Portugal. The influence of African culture can be seen as well in the celebration of the Carnival. All traditional costumes are inspired by African slaves. So now let's go to New Orleans because we're celebrating Mardi Gras. Yes, Mardi Gras, it is mostly celebrated at the end of February, beginning of March, which is a huge destination spot for spring breakers. Mardi Gras is basically the same as the Carnival in Brazil. Mardi Gras is a celebration of spring and fertility. It is celebrated in New Orleans because in 1699, French-Canadian Pierre Lemoyne camped knowing it was Fat Tuesday back in France. So he named New Orleans Pointe du Mardi Gras, which means destination for Fat Tuesday. People usually go all out. They dress in green, purple, gold. They wear masquerades, beads, drink, dance, and people like to flash others for beads. Mardi Gras is famous for their king cake every year, where if you find a plastic baby in it, you have to host a party next year. So now we're going to India because we're celebrating Holi. Holi is the celebration of life, love, and passion. The origin of Holi is believed to be before the birth of Christ. People usually use chalk-like colors, pink, purple, yellow, orange, and go dance through the streets. They throw colored dye on each other, dance, have fun, and just enjoy each other's company. The best places to celebrate Holi is in Jaipur, Agra, and New Delhi. So now we're in the middle of March, March 17th. We're celebrating St. Patrick's Day, and we're going to Dublin, Ireland. So yes, the day of luck, green, leprechauns. And what better way to celebrate it than in Dublin, Ireland, where you can kiss an Irish guy for good luck. People usually go to a pub, they drink Guinness beer or green beer, listen to Irish music. St. Patrick is the one who started this holiday when he came to Ireland and brought Christianity to Irish people. But the first St. Patrick's event wasn't even in Ireland. It was in the US. In St. Augustine, Florida. So yeah, you can also go there since they also celebrate with a big parade, have fun, drink beer in pubs. And also, you can go to Illinois. In Chicago, they dye the whole river green. So you can see a big river once a year green. So I was thinking of April holidays and nothing came up. So the only one that I was thinking of is 420. So of course we have to put that in. So yes, 420 or Cannabis Day. There's no actual history or story on how this happened, but people believe that the actual 420 number came in the 70s with hippies. It was kind of like a code for them. Now it's kind of like a little holiday for people to smoke weed. The best place to celebrate this holiday definitely has to be Amsterdam. Of course, is known for the red light district and their coffee shops, which are just weed shops. Most of the drugs in Amsterdam are legal. It would be a pretty great time to spend 420 there. So now we're still in April and we're heading to California because we're gonna celebrate Coachella. Okay, I know Coachella is not a holiday, but it would be a great thing to cross off that bucket list. Everyone talks about Coachella. It is definitely a festival that you want to go to. Coachella is a music festival in Indio, California, known for influencers, celebrities. They get invited and take as many Instagram pictures as they can with their crazy outfits. I feel like every year the outfits are different depending on what's trending, because if we remember, like in 2012 we had the offensive feathers or like the boho style, and now you can see a lot of 90s coming back with the crop tops, TikTok era. So yeah, it is basically also like a fashion festival. I do want to go just because it's trendy and the fame of it all, but also for the music. You get to see big celebrities and big bands playing in that festival. I feel like a lot of people forget that it's an actual music festival and they just go to take pictures. Definitely a must in April as well. And since we're talking about music festivals, let's talk about the best music festival of all, Tomorrowland. This should be in everyone's bucket list since it's the biggest EDM music festival of all time. The biggest DJs in the world come for this day and people rave, dance, and have fun. Everyone around the world brings their flag and enjoy a day spent together just listening to music. This is something I really want to do and I hope it happens soon. The festival is done every year in Brussels, Belgium, close to July. So now we are in August and we are going to Spain because we're celebrating La Tomatina. This festival is hosted on the Wednesday of August where people throw tomatoes at you. Yes, that's it. The history of the festival is unknown, but it started in the 1940s with a bunch of teenagers doing a food fight. But hey, that sounds cool. People throw tomato juice, water, a big truck of tomatoes come, and you just do a massive tomato fight. And it has become such a popular destination spot for people. So yes, if you're free on August, go to Valencia in Spain to go to La Tomatina. Okay, so now we're back in the US. We're going to Nevada because we're going to Burning Man. I don't even know what to say about this festival. It is very weird. But if you want to experiment and do something new, this is the festival for you. People usually do a lot of psychedelics there. They listen to music, they express their art, and just be very hippie-like. It is an expression-like event where you can just be yourself and feel free and gather with people about it. The name comes from a literal wood burnt man that they burn burn every year on the festival on the last day. Burning Man in the last few years has been such a trend and popular event that now a lot of celebrities and influencers go to that. Definitely a must in August. Okay, so now we are in September, October, the best time to go to Germany because we are celebrating Oktoberfest. Oktoberfest is an annual festival in Munich, Germany. Munich, Germany. The festival originated in 1810 in celebration of the Prince of Bavaria. People usually drink beer, and drink beer. It is such a great experience to go to since it is a popular event as well. Our researcher shows that now more tourists come than locals. So popular attraction and you get to drink a lot of beer. So we are in the end of October, which means scary season, Halloween. Well, of course, everyone knows this holiday. It's the day you dress up as your favorite character, mostly spooky, and you go trick-or-treating, you go to Halloween parties, haunted houses. A pretty cool holiday. The history of Halloween started with witchcraft, supposedly. So, what best witch city than Salem, Massachusetts? If you don't know the history of Salem, they killed 19 innocent people because they thought they were witches. People started to tell on each other and they were guilty on the court and they were hanged. And people say that they still see or hear their voices or ghosts since all of them are buried in the cemetery there. So a lot of people like to celebrate Halloween there. They do ghost tours, parties, parades there. They decorate the whole place there. So it's a beautiful place to celebrate, especially with the fall weather. But another famous Halloween destination would be Romania. Yes, you can go to Transylvania and go to the birthplace of Dracula. Well, of course, Dracula is not real, but that's where the author got inspired, just seeing the castle. So yes, you can actually tour the castle, dress up, do some parties, everything, have a ghost tour. And since we're talking about the creepy side, let's go to Mexico because we're gonna celebrate Day of the Dead or Dia de los Muertos. Dia de los Muertos is a celebration in Mexico or Latin America where people celebrate loved ones who already passed. They usually build an altar with pictures of them, sugar skulls, a mirror, pan de muerto, which is delicious. They can add their favorite food and then they add marigold flowers and they create a path. So their ancestors or loved ones who passed can walk to their altar, eat their favorite food, see themselves in the mirror, and have their special day to be celebrated on. Pixar's Coco is a great example of this holiday. The best place to celebrate Dia de los Muertos is in Oaxaca, Mexico. People usually spend the night at the cemetery in Oaxaca. They do parades, they put music on, their favorite music, and have fun. They actually build the altars in the cemetery, and they just celebrate the afterlife, which I think is beautiful. If you can't go to Oaxaca, Mexico, the second best choice would be Mexico City. Mexico City, of course, also does big parades. They do go also to the cemeteries and celebrate the afterlife, so definitely check those out. And now, an American holiday in November, Thanksgiving. So yes, Thanksgiving is a big US holiday. The family gathers, they eat a big turkey dinner, and just have a good day with the family. The best place to go to celebrate Thanksgiving would be, again, New York City. New York City does a televised event in the morning of the holiday called Macy's Parade, where a lot of people like to go and see big balloons of big companies. They see famous singers, celebrities singing, dancing Christmas songs, Broadway productions, dancing, putting new numbers of shows, and also just like getting ready for Christmas. So I highly recommend spending it in New York. And last but not least, Christmas, the biggest holiday and personally the best one. The best place to celebrate Christmas is in Europe. There are these things called Christmas markets, and you might see them in several places in Europe, but the most famous ones are in Germany and Switzerland. They have some little Christmas stuff that you can buy, food, cheese, lights, everything. It is just like a beautiful Christmassy event. You can also skate, listen to music, and there's this amazing drink that I'm never gonna forget. Glühwein. It is hot red wine that people drink during the holiday, and it tastes delicious. It is like Christmas in a cup. But if you're in the US, I recommend going to Fairbanks, Alaska, because they have an actual North Pole there. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think you should go to Alaska during winter. They have a beautiful, cute little Santa shop place, and it actually feels like you're in the North Pole. But hey, everything's possible, right? You can also go to the North Pole if you want to. Why not? So yes, that is all the places and holidays that you should visit in a year. If I forgot some holidays or events or anything like that, let me know. I would love to hear some new ideas or anything like that to add to my bucket list. So far, I think I've done one. But you know what? Anything's possible. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my new channel. I'm gonna make more travel content, anything that can help you traveling, backpacking, travel vlogs. You can follow me on Instagram at Listen and Chill Travel as well. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.